And now, first of all, we've gone through this period where we have had to familiarize ourselves with something called the Challenger Series. You see, for as long as I've been a journalist, we've always been part of the it was either HBC World 7 Series, whatever name we called it, IRB 7s, whatever name we called the World 7 Series. Kenya was always part of it. It was Kenya going to Dubai, going to Cape Town, Kenya going to Perth, Kenya going to Hong Kong, Kenya going to Adelaide, Kenya going to Las Vegas, Kenya going to, London, Paris for the 7. So for the longest time, that is what we are used to until the relegation last season. So this year we have had to learn of something known as the Challenger Series. Now, when you hear Kenya is out in Dubai, this time it's in the Challenger Series. So we've had to find where the website is and say what's going on because, Anyway, if it's any consolation, at least both Kenya teams are there, both the men's and the women's. Now let's start with the women's. The women's have topped their pool. They were in Pool B together with China, Czech, and Mexico. Played 2, won 2, lost 1. They lost to Czech. To the Czech, and they topped their group. That's Pool B. Pool A, just in case you're interested, Belgium topped that one. Thailand was second. Uganda were third, and Papua New Guinea were bottom of that pool with only 1 point. And in Pool C, Argentina, Poland, Hong Kong, China 7s, and Paraguay getting 0 points after those. So those are the women. And in terms of the men, in fact, should I tell you about how our women did yesterday? Because our women also started off really well, as you'd expect. They handled their business. The only blot came when they played Czech Republic. But other than that, our girls did what they should do. They lost to Czech Republic by 12-10. That's maybe the only you go like tough one. But you know what? Not to worry, because when the cup quarters show up, because they also did beat today, earlier this morning, they beat Mexico 40-0. So when we talk about the quarterfinals, when the quarterfinals are coming up, our ladies get a chance to revenge that loss in the morning. They're in the quarterfinal 4. So they are of course, quarterfinal 1 has China versus Poland, which China has won, beaten Poland 31-10. Then Belgium is currently playing Uganda in the quarterfinal 2 in the Challenger Series, and Uganda are leading 10-7. Hey, go Sebo. Yeah, fantastic. And then quarterfinal 3 coming up, Argentina 7s versus Thailand. That's at 4:27. And then quarterfinal 4, Kenya versus Czech 7s. Czechia 7s. I'm assuming that's Czech. It's just that it's written in. Yeah. So hopefully our girls can go on there and say, you know what? This is what should not have happened. Okay. You guys beat us, but this time we are back and we're able to do this. So that is as far as our girls are concerned. They play at 11 minutes on to 5. We will keep you updated with what's happening in that game. Kenya versus Czech Republic, and Uganda are now 12-7 up versus Belgium. 7 minutes, so they're on the stroke of halftime in that game. Come on, Uganda, continue doing the Lord's work, like they say. Continue doing that. That would be good. Now, our 7th team, the gentlemen, yesterday, Shujaa won, played 2, won 2. They were taking no prisoners. Uganda put to the sword. Mexico put to the sword. This morning they played Germany, or earlier today they played Germany. Germany beat us 24-12. Tough game, that one. Pati Kodongo continued his wonderful performance, scored 2 tries, but then we just couldn't live with John Dawe and Team Lichtenberg. And the Germans won that game, but not to worry, because we are through to where we wanted to go in the first place. And just like the girls got a chance, we shall see whether we find a way. Now, once the girls are done, and then we have a bit of the 9th place semi-final, which is between Portugal and Papua New Guinea for the women's, and Uganda versus Mexico for the men. We get to the quarterfinals. Japan take on Kenya 7s. Now that's a tricky game, because Japan on their day can cause you a problem or two. But I have faith that Blink's team is going to go on and do the job. So that's Japan versus Kenya. That's at 6:05. And then second quarterfinal, Uruguay versus Tonga. Good game, that one. Again, Uruguay, another team that causes Kenya problems, especially last season. We found ourselves at the wrong side of their performances. So that's good game, Uruguay versus Tonga. And then Germany play Hong Kong, China 7. So big game, those ones, all of them coming up. And the last quarterfinal is going to be Chile versus Georgia. So those are the